So, children, I'm happy to meet you all in lesson 2. So, you think you can divide, which is written by Nicholas Horsburgh. It's a parable of three sons and 17 camels. Okay, which parable means a short story with moral. Okay, so this story is based upon the old man who had three sons and 17 camels, and we are going to see what happened among the three sons after the death of the old man. So, before entering into the story, let us have a short detail about the author. Nicholas Horsburgh is an ELT expert. ELT means English language teaching. So he is good in teaching English language. He is an educational consultant and resource person. He is the author of several successful courses in English and other subjects that are currently in use across the Indian subcontinent. So, children, before entering into the lesson, let us have a small hint on this lesson. So, you think you can divide is a lesson written by Nicholas Horsburgh. So, once there was an old man who had three sons called Ruplal, Natu, and Lalji. So, one day he called all his three sons and informed that he will be dying one day as he became old. And he also asked a promise from his three sons that they should not quarrel among themselves in dividing the camels. And he said about his wish in dividing the camels too. Ruplal being the first, he has to take half of the camels. Natu being the second, he has to take one third of the camel. Lalji being the third, he has to take 1/9 of the camel. Even though boys were not satisfied with their father's wish, they kept quiet as they promised before itself. After the death of the father, the three sons started to quarrel in dividing. As they could not find the solution, they started to quarrel even more. On hearing this, a passerby called Holy Man, who came with a camel, he gave his camel to the brother Ruplal after he narrated the entire story to the Holy Man. Now, along with the 17 camels, adding the Holy Man's camel, it became 18. Now it was easy for the three sons to divide the camels as it became in even, because first it was in odd number, now it became an even number. Now it is more easier for them to divide, so the problem is solved. So the moral what the three sons learned from the holy man is everything can be settled in a friendly manner if we try. So children, let us begin with the lesson. I want you all to take page number 23. As I read, I want you all to put your finger and you want to read along with me and underline wherever I say the meaning. Just underline and mark it down, okay? There was once an old man who had three sons and 17 camels. The sons were called Ruplal, Natu, and Lalji. And we are not worried in the story about what the camels were called. The father was getting very old, and one day he called his sons together and said, "Boys, I am old, and one of these days I will die. When I am gone, please promise me that you won't quarrel over my camels." So here, the man who was old enough had three sons, Ruplal, Natu, and Lalji. One day, this old man called all his three sons and asked them to promise him that they will not quarrel over his camel when he dies. Children, quarrel means to argue. The three sons looked gloomy. Gloomy means sad or unhappy. They did not want their father to die, but they were eager to hear what he had to say. "I want you to divide the camels in this way," continued the old man. "Ruplal, you're my first son and the oldest. You must have half the camels." Ruplal looked pleased. "Thank you, father," he said. So here we find that these three sons were sad after hearing their father's words, but they were eager to hear what their father wants to say them. So the old man continued his wish of dividing the camels among his three sons. First, he called his elder son, Ruplal, and informed him to have half the camels. On hearing this, Ruplal was pleased. Why? Because he got the maximum share. Why Ruplal felt very pleased? Because he got the maximum share. Children, take page number 24. Natu, said the old man, you are the second boy, and you must take a third of the camels. Then he turned to the youngest boy and said, Lalji, you will get a ninth. The younger boys were a little disappointed, but they did not complain. They promised not to quarrel, but do exactly as their father had commanded. A few days later, sadly and very suddenly, the father died. The boys arranged the funeral, and when that was over, they got down to the business of sharing out the camels. Ruplal, the eldest boy, said, Father wanted me to have half the camels, but half of 17 is 8.5. How can I take half a camel? The best idea would be for me to take 9 camels, and you two can share the rest. So, children, what you understand from this? The old man said that his second son must get 1/3 of the camel, and the third son must get 1/9 of his camels. The two younger brothers of Ruplal were very disappointed after hearing this because they got very little share. But they did not complain, as they had promised already to their father that they will not quarrel among themselves. After a few days, their father died and they started to share the camels as per their father's wish after his funeral. So Ruplal started to divide on taking his share of 9 camels and left the rest for his two younger brothers' share. Why Ruplal wants to take 9 camels? Why he decided so? Because as per their father's wish, Ruplal's share is half of 17. But half of 17 is 8.5. As it is not possible to take half of the camel, he decided to take 9 camels. Children, shall we pass on to the next para? The other two brothers looked stunned. Stunned means shocked. They shook their heads from side to side to show they did not agree with their brother's idea. You rogue, said Natu. Rogue means cheat. You are already getting the biggest share. Why should you get half a camel more? It's best that you take 8, added Lalji. Well, that is a good idea too, agreed Ruplal. But you know, it is not according to our father's wish. The brothers sat and thought for a while. They did not want to get into a big argument or come to blows. Then the youngest, Lalji, broke the silence. How about selling one camel and then dividing the money? He said brightly. The other two scowled. Scowled means showing displeasure, and made their dislike for this suggestion obvious means clear. Then, what about killing one camel and feeding the village in memory of our father? Asked Lalji, seeing that they were unhappy with this idea. What? Shouted Ruplal. Waste a good camel by feeding the whole village? You must be crazy. The argument went on and on in this way. Every time one of the sons made a suggestion, the other two disagreed with it. Their voices got louder and louder, their faces got redder and redder, and there was much stamping of feet and shaking of fists. So you see, now Natu and Lalji rejected the idea of Ruplal taking 9 camels. Lalji then came up with an idea of asking him to take only 8 camels. First, Ruplal agreed for it, thinking it as a good idea. Later on, he came up with that it is not as per our father's wish. They all sat down for a while and thought for a better idea in order to avoid the big arguments and blows among them. But there seemed to be no solution to their problem. Lalji then suggested selling one camel and dividing the money, or killing one camel and feeding the village in memory of their father. But again, the rest of the two brothers disagreed with Lalji's idea. And all the three brothers started to argue in sharing their camels, which was left by their father. So their arguments went on and on. When the argument became more heated and was reaching its height, a man came that way, leading a camel by a rope. The man looked like a holy man. He paused to listen to the three brothers arguing. Paused means stopped. After some time, the holy man came closer to the brothers. Now, my friends, said the holy man, I am sorry to interrupt your discussion, but can I be of any help? Interrupt means interfere. It is not very good to fight and shout at each other. You may burst a blood vessel. At first, the brothers wanted to send the man away, but then they thought he might be able to help them with their problem. So, when the argument among them was at its height, a man came that way leading a camel by a rope. That man is not only a holy man, he is a wise man. You will come to know about this at the end of the story. He asked them not to fight. The brothers at first wanted to send him away, but later they thought he might be able to help them with their problem. Well, holy man, said Ruplal, we are quarreling over the inheritance. Inheritance means property that was bequeathed to us by our father. Bequeathed means given. We did not mean to quarrel, but there doesn't seem to be a solution to our problem. Ruplal then told the holy man all about the camels and how they were to be divided. The holy man listened to the story with great interest. When the story was over, he smiled wisely. Here, he said, take my camel and see how that will help in your sharing. The holy man held out the rope for Ruplal to take. We can't do that, replied the brothers. It's very kind of you to make this offer, but you must not give up your camel. The holy man smiled kindly. No, no, please take it, he said. If God wills, I shall not be the poorer for it. With these words, he gave them the camel. So, children, now you can understand why I said the holy man as a wise man. So you see, Ruplal here narrates the whole story to the holy man. On hearing the story, the holy man smiled and gave his camel by saying that this would help them in dividing the camels in a better way. First, the brothers refused to take his camel, but later on they accepted. Children, turn your page number 26. The brothers thanked him and then led the camel to where their own camels were tied. They tied the holy man's camel next to their own camels and then started to make their calculations once again. With the holy man's camel, they now had a total of 18 camels. Ruplal took his share of half, that was 9 camels. Natu took a third, that was 6 camels, and Lalji took a ninth, that was 2 camels. Suddenly the brothers stood quite still. They were struck with amazement. Amazement means surprised. And their jaws dropped open, for there, standing by itself, was the holy man's camel. The holy man bent down and took up the rope which was tied to his camel. You see, my friends, he said softly, there is no need to quarrel. Everything can be settled in a friendly manner if we try. He waved goodbye and went his way. So, here you can understand one thing, children, that quarrel is not a solution. See what happened. So, brothers thanked the holy man for giving his camel, because after getting the holy man's camel only, it was easy for them to divide, because first it was odd number, yes or not, 17. Now after adding the holy man's camel, it becomes the even number. Now they started with their calculation, which made them easy to divide the camels as per their father's wish. That is, Ruplal took his share of half, that was 9 camels. Natu took 1/3, which is 6 camels. Lalji took 1/9, that was 2 camels. And this made all the brothers to be surprised. After the problem was solved, the holy man took his camel back with a smile. So, children, quarreling is not a solution for anything. Everything can be settled in a friendly manner if we try. So, that's the moral of this story. So, that's all about the story. Hope you understood. Now, you can proceed on with the exercises. Thank you, children, and have a wonderful day.